Here we go. Moving on. Stunts 650. All right, merging over on a solid line. Not a good situation. That truck driver wasn't anticipating that. I know we're a little impatient when we want to get onto the interstate. So this person did not anticipate us. Okay, we're getting on the on-ramp. We're getting on the on-ramp, and we just crossed the gore area. This is the gore area. We're not supposed to cross this. For one, it's pretty illegal. It's typically illegal. Two, there's a lot of debris in here. You don't want to run over a nail accidentally. So just don't cross that. And people aren't anticipating it. So this truck right here was not anticipating. Thankfully, they swerved over. Now, here's the thing that a lot of people don't understand, or at least they think they understand, is that this truck has no obligation to move over for you. You in this lane are supposed to yield to this traffic. These people don't yield. They don't even have to switch lanes. It's just a good gesture. I like to switch lanes. But they don't have to for us. So doing this, forcing this, can cause some issues. It can really cause some issues. So we're coming up to the intersection side of the vehicle. That person cut out in front of a car, not just us. Cut out in front of a car. So they just didn't see us, or they rushed, or whatever it is. Think about it. This person's probably late to a date, maybe late to work, maybe has to go caca and then can't make it home. It's starting to come out, running down the legs, very dangerous, because then you start getting on your foot, a little slippery on the gas pedal. You never know. So we don't care why they did it. We care that we can slow down and progressively brake in time. We want to make sure we're able to brake. We saw the intersection coming up. We're going to go into orange stage. Gotta watch out, okay? Idiot driver comes way too close. Okay, let's see. We're in our lane. A little bit of scary, a little bit of a pucker factor. We're going to do fine, though. They should have waited a little bit more, but they passed on a blind turn, so they wanted to get back in their lane as quick as possible. Not much you could do in that situation other than check your pantalones. Mike Laputte, here we go. Moving in. We've got a merge issue. Do we have the guy on the right merging? There's the indicator. I swear, it's like as soon as we get into blind spots, people want to do that. Great job on switching over. This is a great example of plan. I want you guys to see the plan. So if you don't know what plan is, it's a position for safety. We're going to locate a hazard, and in this situation, we're just going to adapt a little bit. And adaptation is just kind of moving over. Navigation is like you're having to swerve or emergency brake. This one is adaptation, is just kind of rolling off the throttle, get some engine brake, and maybe squeezing the brake just a little bit to slow it down, increase the space cushion. Adaptation here is just kind of switching lanes. Thankfully, nobody else in that lane. Probably did good 360 situational awareness. If you don't know what we're talking about, right here is the basic training course. It's $4.99. And here's the thing. You can actually get the first month free if you type in LOL Max Wrist as a coupon, and you get the first month free. LOL MAXWRIST. Write it in there. You get your first month free. Take the course. Get the training drills. Get the downloadables. You get the rescue booklet, the training drill book. You get all this stuff. LOL Max Wrist. 1 month free. So lane filtering on the left side. We got another person. Nice little escape. If you notice, he couldn't escape too much. Let's take a quick look at this. So one of the big issues when lane filtering is that we can't escape to the left. We're going to hit a curb. Can't escape to the right. We're going to hit this vehicle. So make sure we are paying attention. We have a terrible line of sight issue. Because we can't see around this vehicle. We can't see much over here because we got signage. We really can only see forward. Okay, so what we can do in this situation is good progressive braking. So we squeeze, and slow it down. It's easier to slow down and stop in time if we're only going, let's say, 15 miles an hour versus 40. Okay, so our total stopping distance is going to be a little bit different. Like I said, we talk about that in NTC Rider Academy, but here you go. Pause that if you want to read what that means. All right, Niccolo Ottoboni. Interesting name, probably Italian. It's all right. We're going to turn left. Oh, got it. Ooh, that leg.
Fuck you.
Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah. You could easily have a hairline fracture with that. You can still walk on it, but you're going to limp a little bit. Yeah, he's guarding that. The other guy's also right leg. You saw that he was guarding that right leg. That could have been your foot. Imagine anybody seen like machinery mangling a hand? or a body from one of those old school like safety videos at like factories. I've seen that. You know, I was part of, I went to a call at a glass factory, and it was a worker, like, you know, the big panes of glass, and it slipped. You guys want to know how bad that looked? Well, that's too bad you weren't there. All right, let's take a look here. Now, this is one of the major reasons why I use a Cardo Pack Talk Edge. This is the bold in the picture, but I have the Edge. But you get a discount using that code right there. If the link's in the description, but it's a Bluetooth communication system, so I can actually tell my buddies, hey, slow your stupid ass down because I'm about to turn left, instead of doing this hand movement thing. Instead of doing this, he could have told him, hey, I'm slowing down and I'm turning left. So there's that impact, not good. So that leg easily could snap, so you got some leverage there. So yelling at each other, check your leg, ouchie, ouchie. So he's going to guard that leg right there, that guy on the ground, so that right leg. You'll see a little bit later that his shoe is actually in the chain. So right there is where the leverage was, the little fulcrum. Could easily snap that. So that right there is one reason why I wear at least shin-high boots. I guess that's all you can. That's like the max you could do, right? Shin-high boots when I ride a motorcycle, because I want those boots to just stay solid so that that doesn't break my ankle. So he's trying to put some weight on it, see how it goes, but he could easily have a hairline fracture because there's no deformity. So there's the shoe. Now imagine your foot in between the sprocket and the chain. No buenos. All right, here we go. We are riding through the area. We got a long line of cars. What did you guys think was gonna happen? I think you guys know. Well, this is the smartest crew in the world. I'm pretty sure you guys understand. When you see a long line like this, you have to understand that there's somebody that doesn't want to stay in this line, especially if there's a big open lane. Okay, this guy's already coming out. So this is one of the big problems when it comes to these areas. But this is a pattern that I want you guys to understand. We talk about that, like I said, in the basic training course. But this is part of planning your ride. You want to position yourself for safety. So we got left, center, and right. We are over here on the right side. This is very good. This is where I'd be because it's going to keep a good space cushion. Okay, so we want to use as much of this lane as a space cushion as possible. Since we're off on the right, we got it. Now, we don't have a good escape path to the right because we're gonna hit a curb, but that doesn't mean we can't brake or accelerate out of the situation. Escape paths isn't just left or right swerves. Escape paths could be accelerating out of it or braking to allow the person in. Okay, we can still escape in different ways, but we want to have a good space cushion. We want to have at least this one escape path, like I said, acceleration or deceleration. And we also want to have good line of sight. If we are over off to the right over here, we are able to see easier over here, okay? So good job. Was able to brake to allow that person to go. Got really close. I'd rather have a close call than a crash. Hey, you do you, buddy.